Hi, welcome to this week's episode of Man, We're Too Old for This. I'm your host, CDO113. With me today is...
The token non-lightsaber holder, Tarky.
The experience, as some call Jason.
And the OG Star Wars fan, the Toddball.
Today, we're going to be talking about Rise of Skywalker.
A Star Wars movie.
Yes. Well, I would hope so, with Skywalker in the title.
It could be.
Otherwise, there's going to be lawsuits.
It could be porn.
It's Skywalker trademark.
That's true, it could be.
You had a rapper try to use Skywalker.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So,
And that was
Note
just
the word try.
yeah, and that was just Lucas. Disney's a lot less forgiving.
I'm the only member of the crew that hasn't seen the movie so far, so I'm going to be asking the rest of them questions about the movie and
Because he
Spoilers.
went out like a sucker.
If you don't want the movie spoiled, you can always excuse yourself with this recording.
that's okay.
We don't want to ruin it for you when you go see it.
I think I'll be okay. I probably called some of it in one of our last podcasts, didn't I?
No, pay attention to what you say.
All right. First question. What did you like about the movie? We'll start with Tarky.
The first hour. First hour I liked. Because it started to build up to like something that made a vague amount of sense in comparison to everything else that's been going on. So I was like, alright, I can deal with this sort of, other than it had the exact same issue I had with Force Awakens of, where the fuck y'all get the money for this shit? But,
Yeah.
because another thing happens where, you know, the Death
Well, this is
Star...
spoilers.
Well, it's a, you
This is
spoilers. Hell, it's 2
Hey.
weeks. Hell, what the hell happened?
The Final Order, which was just a shitload of starships with planet-destroying weaponry.
They had 30 years to miniaturize the Death Star tech.
That's not... The miniaturization of Death Star tech, not super problematic. Problem is, like, that looked like it was as big of... That looked like a huge fleet.
It was.
Yeah, that was
And
an
the thing is-
Imperial fleet kind of shit.
You already had a multi-planet destroying weapon made. The two previous Death Stars were pushing the limits on how much can you draw from the galaxy at one time. Then you had a planet-sized one of those built. Then you had a fleet of planet-sized destroying ships built. There was no moment for the economy to get fixed to allow that to happen a second time. There's been constant warfare in the galaxy.
And how do you do that in secret?
Well, they're in the unknown region. And you don't need the economy to support it. You take all those old battle droids that you used in the prequel movies, you reprogram them to mine stuff out in the unknown region, and they supply their own resources.
But guess what? You don't have that. You don't see that. It's not mentioned. It's just, we built it.
Which means you know they built it some way. My theory works as well as any.
And all those Star Destroyers were manned. How do you do that in secret? It'd be hard as hell to keep a
People
secret.
have banged in secret for years.
It's hard as hell to keep a secret with just the 4 of us. You gonna have 30,000 people a ship, you got 100 ships, and all them motherfuckers gonna keep their mouth shut.
Yeah, because they got family.
Bullshit. You're not gonna get that many people. Where'd Dad go off to work? I don't know.
No,
He ain't never come
That's my
back.
point. You know, if a bunch of mommies and daddies start disappearing, people go, I haven't seen them in 25 years. You know what? My whole family I haven't seen in 25
Well, I
years.
mean,
My aunts and uncles.
Cloning solves a lot of that issue.
if you're talking about him already having the infrastructure to do all this,
Because the thing is, you don't have to flash the clones if you're going to wait 25 years. Just let them grow up normal. Once again, that's a resource issue.
yeah.
It's, for me, the big problem with... I enjoyed the first hour because story-wise, it was like putting pieces together and allowing it to flow, and I was like, good. I like this.
It's not an issue in the first ones, because when you're talking about a galaxy-spanning empire, that's a lot of resources.
Yeah.
Build up something moon-sized, not really that big a deal.
Well, the thing was, like, my problem with Force Awakens was, like, as far as you can tell, the fighting picked back up pretty quick, which means not a lot of time there wasn't a lot of time for the...
Well, I'm talking about the original, the 2 Death Stars.
Oh, yeah, the original 2 Death... Well,
You know, as long as you assume that the second one was already under construction, by the time the first one was destroyed.
And they did some explaining in comics and stuff for that one.
But yeah, Star Killer Base, I always had a problem with that one just because, you know, it's the Imperial Remnant. It's a little piece of the Empire, and it's doing these mega engineering projects, you know, bigger than the Empire did. It's like, yeah.
All right, Jason, what did you like about the movie?
I did not sit through it pissed off. I did not sit through it completely bored. It was a pleasant experience overall. I mean, not the fun I had with the prequels, but you know, maybe episode 2. Maybe the Anakin parts of episode 2.
This wasn't as bad as the absolute worst parts of one film.
This was not as bad as the absolute worst parts of Star Wars prior to the sequel. No, overall, you know, just the overall, it felt like they made some course corrections too little, too late, you know, to save anything. But you know, if the first movie had been at this level, I'd have come out there going, okay, they need to work on it a little bit, but okay, you know, I would not have lost hope like I did. But it's, well, we're still positive right now. So yeah, overall, just, you know, I didn't come out of it hating and swearing. So yeah. So that's up from the.
I didn't come out like Todd in the first one. I'm ready to fight a motherfucker.
All right, Todd, what did you like about the movie?
Finn sucked less. That's all. That's the only good thing I have to say about it. He still sucked. He still sucked. He was still friend zoned. He still shouted Ray every fucking 5 minutes. But at least he beat somebody. He was not the butt of every joke, which was nice. You walk out of that with knowing Finn was force sensitive, which, you know, had me sitting there going, "How the fuck didn't you just use him in the first fucking place?" But that's my one positive, is I did not walk out wanting to take John Boyega's black card, because that shit was, yeah, he was on probation. It was like, you do one more goddamn movie like this, dude.
All right.
You know, he was a lot less buck-eyed and sweaty. Cause you know, that's Finn. Finn in the first 2 movies, every time you see him, he looks frightened and he looks sweaty. So, you know, they dried him off. And you know, he found him, I guess they repurposed his spine or something, since that old one got hit with a fucking lightsaber.
Okay.
Well, most of the characters suffered less than they did in the previous movie. Because in his whole, I want to subvert expectations, yeah, he made all the heroes failures and everything they tried to do. You know, the previous movie. You know, that's Poe, that's, you know.
I don't know, Ray could still fart rainbows, so I don't know how much they changed up.
All right, Todd, let me ask you this. Was there one particular scene or event in the movie that you went, oh, that was cool, I didn't see that coming?
No, I didn't.
You didn't have a single moment in the movie you went, okay, I like that.
I already told you. Finn was... I sat there a couple times and bumped Jason, was like, wow. Yeah, they're just going on. Yeah, Finn's force sensitive. And then I kind of sat there to myself and went, man, how cool would that have been if they'd done something with it? But as far as like a favorite scene? No. I got nothing.
Okay. Jason, how about you?
What would my favorite scene have been?
The credits? I like John Williams' score.
They did some stuff with the link that Ray and Kylo had, where they kind of see each other but not see where the other one was. They did some neat stuff with that, but you know, I never thought they would do anything with that I found neat.
The Force Skyping?
Yeah. They did some
when they were
neat,
on the planet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they did some neat stuff with that, and it sat there and went, okay, it makes no scientific sense, but it's dealing with the Force. The Force it feels mystical as opposed to just feeling like it made him psychic or something.
Okay. Taylor?
I mean, I would definitely put that, the planetary scenes and all that, just because I enjoy the idea, they're fighting, bam, whoop, and he just stops and goes, I know where they are.
You know what I like about that? Is when that scene where they're connected like that, and they break back apart or whatever. You got this one lone stormtrooper that's been seeing Kylo fighting nothing from his perspective, but stuff was falling, stuff was shattering and falling, and and he's got the body language of kind of.
I ain't getting paid enough for this.
Well, the trick is, I'm pretty sure everybody involved realized Kylo was insane.
Mm-hmm.
Considering since from the first movie you would have temper tantrums to go ape shit with that lightsaber, so if you were a stormtrooper around him, you'd be like, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, but when he cut through something where Rey was at, he would fall out where he was at. So if the trooper saw that, he knew something was going on.
This motherfucker fighting ghosts.
He's fighting Force. I'm gonna be haunted by a Force ghost.
All right.
Like you go live to the credits. You're a stormtrooper. You suck.
All right, Jason. What did you dislike about the movie the most?
How incredibly inconsistent they were with the Force powers.
Give me an example.
Palpatine Force Lightning's entire fleet.
Yeah.
That is the most extreme example. Other than that, it still fluctuates some. Let's see, Rey can float when she meditates.
That ain't weird.
No,
That's not too bad.
Yeah,
You've had in books and in video games, you've had characters do that.
Her floating with the rocks floating.
Let's see, she can force pull ships,
that
small
I have
ships,
problems
but
It was more than the thing of like watching it. I saw it and went, I think Disney thinks the Force Unleashed is canon.
Yeah, it seemed like it.
yeah.
Because they really took it to Force Unleashed levels real fast, but then also sometimes would just drop it of like, oh, okay, I guess you don't have this or that. Oh, it's back up. Inconsistencies. But they took Force Unleashed as like base level, and like that's a little wild.
That's not right.
No.
But yeah, the inconsistencies are my least favorite part.
All right, what was your least favorite part?
Probably just the unexplainable resources. It just bothers me with like.
You work in a place where you know you need X number of widgets and X number of this widget to put something together, and
the thing is just like I realize that the explanation for it is in Legends now and not canon anymore. But back in the old stuff, it was the two Death Stars taxed and pressed them to the limits on resources for a bit, and then you just got bigger and bigger. But then there was less and less explanation of how you're doing it. And that's a big thing in storytelling I enjoy having is like, I'm doing this, this is how I'm capable of doing it.
Yeah.
I like knowing how the evil force is capable of putting pressure on the good guys, how the good guys are capable of fighting back. I like having that knowledge in the background. When it's just gone, I'm just like, well, now you could pull anything out of anywhere, and it's just as explained as anything else.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of my question with the First Order, with Starkiller Base, because you had what the hell they call after the Rebels won. That was the New Republic. The New Republic was supposedly in charge at the first one, and the First Order were kind of like the folks coming in, and they can afford a planet. Well, damn, which. I hear tell that's supposed to be the planet where they were getting the kyber crystals in the Disney canon. That was the planet that they made Starkiller out of, and it's like, how the hell you do that shit? Yeah, it's a bit much.
Yeah. All right, Todd, what did you hate the most?
Oh God, where do I start?
No, not. What everything did you hate?
What one thing did you
hate
the most?
The most?
The missed opportunity. Rise of Skywalker was the first one of these movies that I looked at the new characters and went, man, there was potential there to do a hell of a lot that they just didn't do shit with. Their whole thing was, the Force is female, I'm gonna push Rey, and anybody that wasn't Rey might as well not even been in the fucking movie. I sat there a lot going, God damn, this could have been neat. I could be liking this, but you're not giving me a reason to like it. It's oh look, it's too many storylines that go kind of like nowhere. You still don't know shit about Finn. You still don't know shit about Poe. You don't know why in the first movie, when Finn basically breaks his training, that Kylo notices his ass. It's if you notice in that first one, everybody knew who the fuck Finn was. That's if you were in an organization that's so unconcerned with your ass that you don't have a name, you just have a number. Why in the hell do the higher ups know who the hell you are at all?
Yeah.
That's the whole point. Your ass is faceless. You're an expendable pawn. But when Finn left, every fucking body knew him. Phasma knew. Was like, oh, FN so-and-so and so. Kylo's like, this guy here. Why? There's got to be something important there. Nope. Fuck that. Just go on about your business. So, when you kind of look at the stuff and you go, man, you could have done more, and then they would introduce new people. It's like, why? Hell, you ain't going to tell you. They're not going to tell you shit about them because if it ain't Rey, they don't care.
Yeah. But it's like when Rey got her lightsaber. You had that chick, the character with the goggle eyes and everything. It's like, okay.
Maz Kanata. You never find out.
Why does she have the lightsaber?
Which is
Who
a question.
Is she that's so important that they entrusted her with that?
And that was the thing, is that, like, in the first one, she goes, well, I'll tell you later. Later never comes. It never comes. There's all kinds of shit in that movie that it don't pay off. It's just there. And then they add new crap. Well, here's Palpatine. How the hell did... Okay, he looks undead, but can I have something as to why he's still running? No, you can't. He's just back. And all the Sith live in him. Who in the hell were all the fucking hooded people, the
I'm not even sure if those were really people or if those were like projections.
Why in the hell would he go through all that, though?
Yeah,
it makes no sense.
I don't know. None of the Palpatine stuff really makes sense.
And that...
Well, see, I was fine at the start with the Palpatine stuff because I'm like, oh, this is the Sith equivalent of a Force ghost. You're just forcing the body as it falls apart to keep doing shit.
Okay.
I was like, I'm okay if that's the explanation. Because that would make a form of sense.
Yeah.
And
I can live with that.
And then it just didn't explain it. Yeah. I mean, other than just having him quote thing he said before, which I was like, oh, that's a nice callback.
And I was sitting there...
Oh, that's the explanation. Oh, that's all the explanation you're giving. Oh, okay.
See, I was sitting there when he was basically rehashing lines going, oh, God, again. Because The Last Jedi had shit that was shot for shot. Just hell, when Rey and Kylo show up in Snoke's thing, it is the fucking literal shot of Luke and Vader coming out, coming to the Emperor's throne room. I don't like that shit. It's too fan servicey. It's too, shout outs to the old stuff is neat, but give me something worth watching. And that's been Disney's, as far as their trilogy stuff, their episodic stuff, that's all you get. You get J.J. Abrams and his just flat knockoffs of better movies, or you get Rian Johnson come along going, I'm going to knock all this shit down. There's no happy middle ground where there's a story that you can enjoy. And it's not like, I don't give a fuck what Kathleen Kennedy says, it's not like they didn't have all kinds of shit that they could draw from. And they looked at that and chose not to use none of it. Or when they did use it, they picked the dumbest shit. They go, oh, well, we'll have the Force like the Force Unleashed. They can do anything. They can pull down ships. Hell, they can revive the dead. They can fly through fucking space. Then how in the hell would a Jedi ever lose? There'd be no dead Jedi, because, shit, I can Force heal.
If the motherfuckers, if Jedi could do the shit you're doing right now, Order 66 wouldn't have worked.
Right.
Yeah.
None of it would have worked. Oh, we attack you with ships. Fuck you, crush. They all die. You know, Qui-Gon Jinn, after he got stabbed by Darth Maul, instead of going, train the boy. Fuck that. Heal me.
Yeah.
Well, like, I'm fine with force healing as far as, like... Because you've had Jedi who had a ability or...
Yeah.
If they had mentioned, hey, this is a rare gift, we ain't seen this gift in a long time. Well, okay.
But my thing is, heal. But heal minor wounds. You get stabbed through the fucking torso, I'll holler at you. You got some shrapnel or something, okay, maybe I can fix that. They do it in The Mandalorian when you see it. Carl Weathers' character gets bit, scratched by something that was poison, and they couldn't. But it, it was killing him. It was a major wound to his arm. Baby Yoda heals it. If it's something like that, if she'd done something like that, cool. But a lightsaber through the chest, through the gut, nah, I'll holler at you. Because if you can heal that shit, why in the hell are you fighting with lightsabers anymore? What stops me from healing me?
Yeah. Well, when you had the stuff like that mentioned in the games or in the old novels, it was A, rare, B, Sith couldn't use force healing 99% of the time because you had to draw on anger and hatred and the things that go against healing. Because like in one of the Darth Bane books, he gets hurt. And he knows there's a force-sensitive person on this particular thing, and he tells his apprentice, take me there. And he threatens the dude, you're either going to heal me or I'm going to have her kill all your family. And it's like, he heals him. Bane keeps his word and leaves. And it's like, she couldn't learn it because his apprentice couldn't learn it because she was dark side.
So like I said, I don't have a problem with the healing. I have a problem with the scale.
Yeah.
Because that was the thing. If you read Shadows of the Empire, Vader was doing that. Vader could heal himself. He'd be in his meditation chamber, and he'd work up his anger. He'd heal his wounds, and the minute he felt, sweet, I healed myself,
Yeah,
he'd go away.
He
couldn't maintain it. It was something that he had to keep focused on for it to work. And the minute he went, yay, I'm happy because I'm healed all day.
And what you tend to have in the novels too is, you took a lightsaber. If it missed vital organs, yeah, they could help keep you together until they got you somewhere where there's some back to,
yep,
or something like that. And they would self-heal to some degree, but it was, it was limited.
You couldn't get a limb back.
Right.
It's pretty consistent.
Yeah. All right. Todd, was there a gadget or a vehicle or anything like that in the movie that you went, oh, that's cool?
I'm trying to think of any new vehicle.
That's the only new vehicle you had with the motorcycle things, because they actually had wheels, and I think that was just so they would flip the people off and they could go, oh, they fly now? If they would
jetpack troopers.
Yeah, but
Which really
but they were on the back of bikes, and they would hit a button, and the back of the bike would catapult them.
Yeah, it was a two-man bike, so
yeah, and they flip them up in the air.
Which honestly, like, even that line, they already had shock troops and all that had jetpacks, so
Yeah, you've seen Boba Fett stand there and go, so if Boba Fett can afford it, so can the Empire. Unless they spent that money
for
on
elite troops.
Well, they had to buy planets and fix them with sun-draining weapons. So,
how about you, Jason?
Let's see. There's a new droid that shows up that I like.
Really? You like the little?
Yeah, I like him fine.
Wow.
I mean, not that he's the greatest thing since ever, or or he saved the movie for me, but if I had to pick out some new gadget.
How about you?
I don't know. I wish I had seen more of Palpatine's weird "please keep me running" machine.
Yeah, the weird chair arm thing that he was attached to. Yeah.
Kind of wish I had seen a better image of that. Because I'm like, that thing's kind of neat in the aspect of, like, once again, an explanation of, I'm having to spend a lot to stay alive.
Yeah, you had his cloning facilities that you saw, which might be an explanation for how he survived, because they never actually explained it.
But that was supposed to be the explanation for Snoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I mean,
of course, some of this is Disney was explaining things in other. You know, some stuff gets explained in the comics. Some stuff gets explained in Fortnite.
Yeah.
What?
Disney is
Yeah.
trying to spread this stuff out.
They
to make
spread
you go all
that
these
shit
different-
out where just watching the movie ain't enough. You have to buy comic books, and then you like the call that because Palpatine tells the galaxy, "I am still alive," but you got to play Fortnite to hear it.
Yeah.
If you play Fortnite, you get to hear the message on there.
But Disney has the bright idea to do all this after they took such a dump on the movies that nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not. Once upon a time, maybe. Now, you lucky I go see the movie. I ain't buying no bunch of extra shit to explain this piece of crap.
Well, now to be fair though, Fortnite one would be free. Fortnite's a free game.
Yeah,
But you
I
have to play it.
I ain't wasting the
Yeah.
time. I don't care enough to.
Yeah.
Well, buy this comic book because it leads up to the right now. No, I used to do that with the movies that I liked. I've got novels that cover the in-between times during the prequels because I like the prequels. I don't want to spend no more time with this shit. Is Finn a Mac in any of it? Is he competent in any of it? No, he's still just a goof. Then why in the hell do I want to read this shit?
All right. Closing thoughts, Todd, for you about the movie.
Yeah, because I ain't go into my whole. We haven't talked about the thing that's buzzing on the internet right now.
All right. What's that?
And that's the Raylos freaking out. They ain't handling it well. Kylo's
Tell
death.
me more.
Kylo's death. They ain't handling it. Hell, all the shit that they said the man babies were doing with the Last Jedi. The Raylos are doing that shit. You can go to Twitter and hell, they ain't ashamed about it. They telling motherfuckers to go die in traffic. They threatening people's families. All kinds of shit. We will find where you live. We know where your parents live. How dare you kill Kylo? You know, you can go on Twitter and motherfuckers have no shame about talking about, I spent 20 minutes after the movie crying in my car because Kylo died. And it's kind of like,
How did you not see that coming?
well, my thing is, I ain't cried about a movie since Imitation of Life, and I was 6. No, I take that lie back. I cried at the Elephant Man. I was 7. Grown Todd don't go out and cry because some character died in the movie. Fuck that. Hell no. But it's what Disney asked for. They turned Star Wars into Twilight, and now you got the weird Twilight motherfuckers. That's your new fan base. They ain't gonna buy your shit, but they gonna be weirder than a motherfucker. And yeah, they were supposed to be in love forever. Never mind the fact that relationship was psychotic. It's out of nowhere. Me and Jason went back and forth on that because when they went that way, I was like, where the fuck did this shit come from? Because
See, it was something I felt like I was getting hints of in the second movie.
my thing is still, okay, you've seen this son of a bitch murder his own father. He hit the one person that acted like they cared about you. The 2 people in Rey's life that actually acted like they gave a shit about her, because you know she's abandoned by her parents at that point, was Finn, because that's the one time she shows any kind of real emotion toward him is when Han goes, he was gonna move heaven and hell to get you out of here, and she's like, holy shit, it's someone that didn't abandon her. You saw him murder Han. You saw him hit your fucking friend in the fucking back with a lightsaber. He had basically mind raped you. Was trying. You fight the son of a bitch every damn chance you get, and you stabbed him through the fucking gut with a lightsaber, and now we're in love. What?
She redeemed him.
She didn't redeem shit. Did Han come back from the dead? Did any of them people on that...
Well, you saw him standing there, didn't you?
In his mind, that's because the motherfucker crazy. We'd established that earlier.
He was having conversations
with
his grandpa's helmet.
If you sat there and went, how
They
the
explain that.
Yeah.
You get an explanation for that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Palpatine tells him, I have been every voice you have ever heard
Yeah.
in your head.
And it changes. He goes from Palpatine's voice to Snoke's voice to Vader's voice. That was part of the fan service.
Yeah, Vader, Palpatine has been messing with his head.
the entire time.
Which is kind of a throwback to the old canon, where Palpatine was doing things with Anakin Solo while he was in his mother's womb.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that romance for me was... ick.
The only part about it that bothered me is that it's like Rey was returning it a little bit right at the end. She should have been creeped out by it.
Yeah, if it was nothing but Kylo Ren pining for her, it's just
Yeah,
like...
the hints that I saw from the previous movie was I think Kylo had a thing for her.
See, and the thing that I saw from the previous movie was basically the Sith. The Sith, to get out from under their... They don't get out from under their master until they have an apprentice. That's what I saw in the second movie is, shit, you a fairly stout Force user. I'm a fairly stout Force user. We can take this shit over together. I ain't saying I'm fucking. That's a power something. That ain't, oh boo, I love you. That whole shit goes against the Sith. Love no damn body. If you bring power to me, we cool. Other than that, eat a dick. It ain't booed up. Like I said, that's that Twilight shit.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the bad boy, and then her love changed it. The motherfucker stabbed his own father and he killed, what, like 5 planets full of people? If you think Padme was sick for fucking around with Anakin after he murdered younglings, this motherfucker killed 5 fucking planets in the first movie.
I thought it was just Coruscant.
Nope.
No. They hit multiple planets with that damn thing. Coruscant was one of the planets.
It hit everything in a bunch.
Yeah. That was
Coruscant, some of its moons, and I think another
yeah,
planet.
that was the reason why the Republic was gone. Is they wiped it the fuck out. One shot. Took them sons of bitches out. They took out the seat of power. Yeah, that's the motherfucker you want to get booed up with? And then, and to make it even more like Titanic, she did the roads. Because Rey died, the one with Palpatine's lightning back into him. Like Palpatine couldn't stop firing the fucking lightning.
Well, he didn't stop firing lightning with Mace either, so maybe he could. Maybe it started.
The difference with Mace was he was doing that to push Anakin. All of that.
The difference with Mace is he might have been. You don't know necessarily.
He was fucking with Anakin. That was to make Anakin make a choice because that was him being hurt and him being playing weak. Your last hope of saving your love dies with me. Save me. It pushed him. That wasn't the shit with Rey wasn't no goddamn push. That was motherfucker just stopped. If she's reflecting it back, just stop shooting it. That felt more like hell Palpatine getting what he wanted. My first thing was to get you to kill me. Bzzz. Now you killed me. Now I live in you. Now the Force is balanced. All the Jedi and all the Sith now live in Rey.
The argument there would be, was it really Rey killing him, or was it killing himself? Was it really Rey killing him? Was it all the Jedi and Rey killing him?
What difference does it fucking make?
Nothing, because it's over, and I'm thankful for that.
They killed the plot device.
Your closing thoughts, Jason?
Oh, I didn't get my Twilight out though. My other Twilight reference is she let him die. Just like Jack.
I thought that was a Titanic reference.
I mean, yeah, it is a Titanic reference. Yeah, it's the same difference. She let him die. It works. It's chick flick.
Well, you know, the amount of life force you're passing back and forth is going to be diminishing each time. She might not have been able to. And he did do the fade out pretty quick.
Well, yeah, because instead of healing him, what she did was she sucked the last bit of life force out through his mouth and let him die. You think this is romantic? No, I'm just getting the last drop, so there's no helping you. There you go.
Like a huge juice box.
See, I am a Palpatine. I'm a complete piece of shit.
When you said
I did love the Knights of Ren.
Oh.
I absolutely love the Knights of Ren. So the movie's going on. I'm sitting between these two. And at some point, almost at the same, just a few seconds apart, I hear each of them go, are these guys actually going to do anything? His with more profanity, I think. But, and I lean over to him and go, oh, they're Boba Fett. They look neat, but they're not going to do anything. And then the scene at the end of the movie comes when, you know, Kylo has made his flip and he runs into him.
He didn't have a lightsaber anymore, so he's fighting with Force powers, and they start beating his ass. Ray Force Skypes him his grandfather's lightsaber. Yeah,
It fits how you've seen that connection work up to then.
Yeah.
That part I didn't have a problem with. Well, really, I didn't have a problem with this entire scene. And then, of course, he starts going through him like a knife through hot butter.
at which point Jason goes, no,
I was wrong. That they weren't Boba Fett. They were Jango
They were
Fett.
Jango Fett.
Oh, they're kind of badass. Until they ran into a Jedi. They lasted longer than Jango only because there were more of them.
Yeah.
You had to take a few more swings.
Yeah.
See,
That's a Star Wars tradition kind of thing, though. I didn't mind that.
Okay. How about you? Your closing.
my closing thought would be appreciation of Palpatine going, no, I really want to do this. Your grandpa threw me down a hole. I'm gonna throw you down a fucking hole I dug.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
he had
no.
a hole just out of nowhere, like he'd been waiting for him or some shit.
Which, to be
And
fair,
I failed. You shall fall. Yeah.
which to be fair, with Kylo Ren, he had prep time.
That's true.
Yeah,
You can do all this other crazy shit. Dig a revenge hole.
Full of blue light. Just like I got it, you bastard.
And Kylo Ren ends up pulling himself out going, like, this is a son of a bitch to climb out of.
You know, I just sitting there thinking about it. Every movie has had some scene where somebody got thrown down a hole.
Yeah, and apparently it never works. Because Maul came back, Palpatine came back, Kylo came back.
Luke came back.
Boba
He
Fett
got
came
thrown
back.
down a hole.
Yeah. Boba Fett's still out in the open. It's up in the air,
Well,
but
supposedly
yes,
he's going to
yeah.
show up in The Mandalorian, so.
But yeah, it never works. It's, kind of like changing into a giant snake. They should probably stop doing that because it don't work.
There is one other thing that I did like. They did have several fake outs. You know, they had at some point gone back and reshot like 2/3 of this movie. Where, because when you had the original script leaked, they killed off all the rest of the original characters. They blew up the Falcon. Everybody that hadn't killed previously in the movie dies. I mean, so it's like they went back and went, okay, everybody expects them all to die. So you have several fake outs. Oh, this character's dead. You see people react to, you see the characters react to, oh, he's dead. Oh, and then he's over here.
Oops, he's not in. I didn't like they had boring lightsaber battles.
That's been this whole trilogy, though.
Yeah, but the lightsabers were always my favorite part of the movie. And I kind of bumped Jason and go, this lightsaber, this is the first time I've seen a lightsaber battle. I don't give a fuck about nobody involved in it. I just kind of want it to be over. Because every time Rey and Kylo got near each other, it was pop a lightsaber and let's fight.
But yet they love each other.
Hey, Star Wars love is weird.
The trick is, I want to say actually, the first time they fight, where they do the Skype fighting, isn't it Rey that it basically initiates combat?
Mm.
Yeah, Kylo's just trying to talk to her.
Yeah.
And then I think he's got his sword out when he meets her in person.
Well, you should.
But it's another moment of him just trying to talk.
Yeah, I mean she is the aggressor every time there,
How'd
which
you-
still falls into he's got the hots for her, where she was perfectly willing to kill his ass.
How'd you like Dark Ray? I know you said you liked the part where she hissed at her. She had fangs.
I thought it was him that said that.
I thought it was you.
I liked Evil Ray.
Okay.
'Cause my main thing was,
I thought he liked the lightsaber.
that was also me.
Okay.
I enjoyed everything involving the Evil Ray because it's like, oh, that one has things that make them personally different from anyone else in their bunch. She's physically modified. She's got a lightsaber that swings out switchblades, motherfuckers.
It's kind of her dark tree moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is not a bad scene.
Because
particularly.
my favorite,
It's a bad scene. It's a bad scene.
but
How the hell's the damn Death Star piece of shit remnant that has exploded still got power enough to open goddamn doors? It's bullshit. Why is
Well-
there life on Endor anymore?
Palpatine's hiding stuff on it, so
So it's still
he
got
set up
power?
batteries. So he set up batteries or something. I don't know.
You look at that big chunk of Death Star.
A battery out of a lightsaber can run a pod racer.
You got
Their batteries are like kick ass.
You got a big, huge, like state-sized chunk of the Death Star, because it has to be. The motherfucker was the size of a goddamn moon. Sitting on this damn planet, you sit there going, how the hell did that crash on Endor and there's still life on Endor? Because that's, what the fuck?
Yeah, something that big falling out of orbit wouldn't necessarily screw stuff up. The reason meteors the size of a Volkswagen do so much damage is how fast they're moving through space when they hit.
Have you added the propulsion of the fact that it's blown up, so it's going to have some fucking velocity to it?
If you
Yeah,
have
that big a chunk in it.
if you have enough pieces, yeah, it's gonna mess up.
you had something.
Well, you
that
saw
had,
the Ewoks later, so you knew they were still alive.
Yeah, you see Wicket. Wicket was one of the fan services, and your biggest fan service is when Rey is down. You hear Mace Windu, Qui-Gon Jinn, Anakin,
Some
Ahsoka.
fucked up recent
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka.
Kanan, and Obi-Wan basically all tell them to get up, along with Luke and Leia.
It's the whole all Jedi and her kind of thing.
Yeah. She's all the Jedi. She hears the voice.
So she's crazy too. Gotcha.
Or she's Joan of Arc. She's Space Joan of Arc.
She could be Space Harriet. She could. Harriet in her movies, she heard voices. And they were right. Like brain damage is a superpower. But I digress.
That's another right for another day.
Alrighty. Well, this has been our episode for this week.
So go see it. Or the Raylos will kill you.
Actually, I recommend, if you've sat through the previous two, go watch this one.
Or you can learn from your lesson.
This is the best of the three. Low bar, but it's the best of the three.
Or you could learn from your lesson and go online like I did and read the whole fucking movie. That way, you ain't real.
You did that, and we went in thinking people were dying. You know, characters were getting whacked or whatever.
And I told you that was probably something that they changed because people were walking out from that shit. No, when I actually went and read the whole movie, no, it was every damn thing that I read happened in that movie.
Well, no wonder no part surprised me.
Hey, I went into The Force Awakens to be surprised.
I'm making that mistake again.
I don't do Disney Star Wars that way no more.
I don't trust them.
No,
I've been hurt before.
Well, that's the trick. The way people go off about The Last Jedi, that was me in The Force Awakens. Because I went into it going, man, it's going to be a black Jedi, and I was all hyped up, and I was like, hell yeah, he's carrying, Anakin's lightsaber, and I was hyped for that, and then I got a goddamn sweaty janitor. I ain't never forgiven them for that. Yeah, the one that everybody freaks out, oh, The Last Jedi was horrible. Hell, we were standing in line for it going, this damn thing going to be a piece of shit. I walked into The Last Jedi going, this damn thing's going to suck. I just want to see how they fuck it up. I'm the same way toward The Rise of Skywalker. I walked into that going, this damn thing ain't gonna be worth shit. Oh, it's spoiled? Let me read it. Yep, that all sounds fucked up. I knew the color of Rey's lightsaber, I knew all that shit when I walked in there. That kept me from throwing shit.
That and knowing the fact that you've seen The Mandalorian.
Well, yeah, I purposely did not watch, because that was the week that they released The Mandalorian on Wednesday instead of Friday, so everybody can go out and see The Rise of Skywalker. You know, they didn't want them conflicted. Yeah, and I purposely saved The Mandalorian so I could wash the taste of that fucking movie out of my damn mind.
Disney also didn't want people to be able to pull up the stats of, see, more people watched The Mandalorian the day the new movie came out. They went to watch the new movie.
Oh, and my last positive about The Rise of Skywalker, because I got another one. Black Panther made more money than it did.
Speaking of Black Panther, did you see where Zambia and Zimbabwe are offering land to form the Wakanda?
Because I'm the one that posted that.
Oh yeah, you were.
He's the one that posted it to our site, to our page.
I told my wife, I said, I guarantee you, if this
it
goes
goes good,
Todd's going to have citizenship there.
Yeah. I'll have duels or something. I'd be a fuck about it.
But this has been our episode for this week. I've been your host, CDO113.
The token always goes first without an idea, Tarky.
He does pick you to the first one.
You like
I'm the experienced, some call Jason.
And I'm the Todd Father.
Peace. We're out.